Okay, so just allowing your sit bones to anchor into the floor. Roll your shoulders back. And let's start by connecting yourself into the ground. Sit bones anchor down. Crown of head lifts to the sky. And let's just breathe in through the nose, throat, ribs to belly. Out. Belly, ribs, throat and nose. Bringing yourself into the moment. Letting go of yesterday, last week, last month, maybe even last year. As you breathe in and out, feel the breath move into the front, the back, the sides of your ribs. As you continue to breathe, let me let you know what the focus is today. The focus is to unfurl. So if you notice through life, due to stress or posture or working, you end up all kind of tight, we're focusing on really opening up, not just through the front of the body, which is very much an energy and emotional center, but also across the back of the body as well. So if your joints feel tight and compact, we're going to focus on really extending. So as you move today, every time you extend something out, think about moving out of the joint and creating a little bit more space. Take a couple more breaths. And in the journey of self-discovery today, unfurl the layers of your soul. Start by mobilizing the neck. Take a breath in as you breathe out. 3 drops to shoulder. Breathing into the center. Breathe out. Release the other side. Just be mindful of whether your jaw is tense, and if it is, take a big out breath and let it go. Notice the difference in the space along your neck, the tension in your neck muscles. Breathing in, crown of head lifts to the sky, and as you breathe out, it folds down to your shoulder. You can have your eyes closed or open, but as you breathe in and breathe out, just think unfurl. And if you find you're doing the stretch but really not getting anywhere, maybe you might want to have a little conversation with your head, your heart, and ask yourself, why aren't I unfurling? What am I holding on to? It's creating that tension in that area. Maybe you just need to give yourself permission to let go. If you deliberately don't go full stretch because you're scared of past injury, an area that's tight, maybe you let go of that fear and just move to where it feels comfortable. One more breath, breathing in, lifting the chest, maybe reaching the arms up, so arm furling through the front of the shoulders. Then as you exhale, take a rotation, turn your ribs, and feel the shoulder blades move away. Maybe you look back and unfurl the muscles at the back of your eyes. Breathing in to lift and open, really drawing your fingertips out, and as you exhale, rotate. Shoulders stacked over hips, back shoulders soft as can be. Just keep going with using the whole breath, just like the last 2 months. Really full in breath as you come into the center, full out breath, keeping moving until your breath finishes. Really connecting into the breath allows us to let go and unfurl. One more breath each side, breathing in, lifting and opening. Breathing out, rotating rotating, noticing whether the shoulders are up or whether you can keep them moving down in your twist. Last time. And the next time you breathe in, come to the center. Maybe unfurl your shoulders down your spine, open up through the front of the chest, and as you exhale, take a side bend. You can choose whether you look down, across, or up to unfurl your neck. See if you can draw the shoulder down away from your ear. Maybe you have a slightly more open feeling through the upper body today. And then inhale to the center. And exhale, open, feeling the hips anchor down to the floor. Choosing whether you move the head or not. And just keep going. Full inhale. Into all of your ribs. Full exhale. If your neck feels really tight, maybe you want to move the neck in that downward phase. Using the whole of your in-breath, the whole of your out-breath to let go. Let's go for one more time. Next time you come back into the center, take a big breath in, take your side bend and then tuck tummy muscles in, palm rests down and just fold yourself diagonally over one side. And then lift up, and you might want to reach the arm up and really unfurl, and then exhale, touch down. And the other side, breathe in, take your side bend and then exhale, take your fold. Inhale to lift. And exhale to unfurl the collarbones in the front of your chest. See if you can use the whole breath, breathing in. Opportunity to use Ujjayi breathing if you want. Exhale and fold. Inhaling. And exhaling. Lift the chin slightly to feel the fascia across the front of the collarbone open. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's do one more time each side. Now really think about lifting the fingertips away from the shoulder. Extending the fingertips as you fold down. Hand to support, draw the belly in. So unfurling the back of the body just as much as the front. Next breath, coming back into the center, and this time reach the arms up. Draw the shoulder blades back and down, and as you exhale, hands touch down. Take a little forward fold. Maybe tuck your chin into your chest, release the back of the neck. And then inhale, reach and circle your arms back, unfurling the front of the chest, feeling the shoulders melt down your spine. And as you exhale, take a fold. Again, letting the sit bones sink deep into the floor. Full inhalation as you lift. And full exhalation as you dive. Let's just do one more. And then just lifting up, uncrossing your legs, or whichever way you're an easy sit. Then bring yourself into horse stance. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Just take a moment, first of all, to find your balance through your knees and through your fingertips and hands, so the weight is nice and equal. Spread your fingertips wide, and then take a breath in. Lift your ribs away from your hips, roll the shoulders towards your sit bones, lift your eye gaze. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly muscles in, drop the head down between the hands. Breathing in, full in-breath, unfurling the front of your body. Really allowing the tailbone to float up, and then as you exhale, tuck tummy muscles in, allow the crown of your head to surrender down towards the floor. Keep going, pressing through the whole of your fingertips. In particular, the index finger is going to fire up the front of your arms, so the shoulders don't have to do so much holding from the back. Take your exhale, big exhale, unfurling, using your out breath to let go of the stuff that holds you tight. Do a couple more, breathing in through the nose. And then out. And then sit yourself back to child's pose. So you can have butt to heels, you can put a block or a cushion between your legs if you need to, between the thighs and the calves muscles. Let your head drop, reach your arms out as far as you can. And then breathe in, lift a cow. Pulling the shoulders back, and as you breathe out, tuck the tailbone under and roll your buttocks back down towards your heels. So breathing in, expansively breathing, unfurling front of body. As you breathe out, gently unfurling the back of the body. Coming down completely, so the head rests down each time, the elbows rest down, so it's a complete soften. And then breathe into it. And breathe out to roll. Let's do just a few more times. If your back feels comfortable with this, just stay with this if it feels nice there. If your back feels a little bit iffy, stay with this. If you want to start to take this into supported up dog, as you breathe in, shift the weight forward, drop the hips, roll the shoulders back, feel the chest move through your arms. Tuck tummy muscles in strongly, press through the index finger, so you're moving yourself back and then exhaling back into child's pose. Give it a couple more times, going at your pace of your breath, breathing in. And then breathing out. And you'll notice if you pull your belly muscles in and press through your fingertips, it's a lot easier on your back as you move backwards and forwards. Tuck your toes under. Let's move into downward dog. So shifting the weight back to your heels. Breathe in. As you breathe out, spread your fingertips and press back into them. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend your knees a little. If your lower back feels tight today, if your hamstrings feel like they're pulling on your tailbone. Next out breath, pull your tummy muscles in. Move your chest towards your thighs. Eye gaze soft to your toes or your knees. With your last exhale, draw your shoulders back towards your sit bones. So you're really taking the pressure out of the shoulders, and you should be able to unfurl your neck. Have a little nod and release. Breathing in, land the knees into cow or supported up dog. And then as you breathe out, roll all the way back to child's pose. Breathing in, tucking toes, moving into downward dog. And then breathing out, stretching down the back of the legs. Breathing in, come to cow, lift and open. Breathing out, rolling back. in, tucking toes, and breathing out, moving to downward dog. Stay there, just walk through the heels for a moment. Stretch through your feet. Feel your feet unfurl. And then just softly walk your feet between your hands to forward fold. Chest to thighs, drop your head. Take a little sway if it feels nice. See if you can draw the tummy muscles in, knees slightly bent. And then press your toes into the floor. Inhale, roll up. Extended mountain pose, fingertips touch. Connecting left brain and right brain. Squeeze the bottom. Maybe take a little lean back if it feels nice. And then come back to central with your head, hips and shoulders. Arms come down to the side. We're just going to do 3 or 4 sun salves just to warm you up. Big thing here is every breath you take, think about how you can unfurl from being closed to open. So breathing in, reaching up into extended mountain pose. As you exhale, dive to forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Breathing in, stepping back to your plank. Knees or toes, if this is your first time, maybe start on your knees just to warm your body up. And then as you exhale, lower halfway to crocodile. You have an option to cat-cow if you want. Breathe in, lift the chest. Move the ribs away from your hips. And then as you breathe out, tuck toes, push back to downward dog. Breathe in, walk your feet between your hands to forward fold. And then breathe out, surrender completely, let the whole back body stretch. Inhale, rolling up, unfurling, feeling the front of your body open. Exhale, release, back to your mountain pose. Let's see if we can unfurl, so really breathe the whole length. Then as you breathe out, pull tummy muscles in, but keep reaching the arms out before we come down. Breathing in. Stepping back to your plank, pulling the shoulders back, and then breathing out, lowering halfway down if you can, or all the way down if you need to. Breathing through to baby cobra, lifting the ribs away from the hip bones, or up dog if you wish. Keep rolling the shoulders back to unfurl. Breathing out, tucking tummy, moving back to downward dog, shoulders back away from your ears. Check your head is relaxed. Breathing in, walk your feet in between your hands to fold. Breathing out to surrender. Inhale, unfurling, lifting all the way through, expanding the fingertips to the corners of the room. And then as you exhale, you might take a little baby back bend. Breathe into the center and exhale to release. Let's just go a couple more times at your own pace. See if you can match the length of your breath. I'm not going to say anything right now, just go with your flow. If you want, you can even start to have a little jump if you want to activate your energy a little bit more. But if you're doing so, make sure you're light through your feet and still use the whole of your breath. Remain connected with your breath. Last time. Still, you also have the option to drop back to plank if you want. Remember, you can still cat-cow instead of doing crocodile too. unfurl. Okay, you should be feeling all warmer. I'm going to turn to face you, and we're just going to play with doing a roll down through the back, opening up the side body a little bit more. Take a breath, fingertips rise. Unfurl. As you exhale, take a side bend. Bend your knees. Fold yourself down. Drop your head and shoulders. And then inhale, roll all the way up, reaching the fingertips wide. And as you exhale, take a side bend the other way. So pulling your tummy muscles in and just allowing yourself to unfurl front and back of body. Use your in-breath to draw the tummy muscles in and lengthen. And if this feels a lot for your back today, maybe you take a side bend first and then take a forward fold and use your hands to walk yourself down your thighs. So lots of options to choose. Inhaling, unfurling, breathing in space, breathing into the spaces you're creating in your body. And as you exhale, don't forget it's an opportunity to let go of that that's holding tension in your body. Unfurl the back of your shoulders. Any unhelpful thoughts, let them drop out of your head. Let's go one more time, the other side. Okay, next time, bring yourself down to forward fold in whatever way feels right. So breathing in, reaching up. Maybe take a little baby back bend to open up the front body, squeeze the buttocks. And then as you breathe out, tap the tummy muscles in and fold. Stepping your feet back to downward dog. Spreading your fingertips wide, drawing the shoulders back. I'm going to start with an on the knees version, and then you can do the downward dog version or on the knees. So if you're doing this on the knees, you're going to breathe and extend the legs, so it's like a three-legged dog with a straight leg. And then as you breathe out, draw your knee to your nose. So you're pulling the tummy muscles in, you're becoming small. So it's a contrast between tight like a little ball, like a seed, and then unfurl it. This time, push the leg up, squeeze the back, keep the belly pulled in. Perfect. And then maybe take a little open through the hips. So just roll the hip flame open. Come back into the center. And you might take a little child's pose back to release your wrists if you need to. Let's try the other side. So breathing in. And then breathing out. And then breathing in. And then breathing out, opening up the hip. Breathing in. And then breathing out. So that's your kneeling option. If you would like to do this in a downward dog version, come with me or stay with what we just did. So coming into downward dog. Drawing shoulders back away from the ears, drawing the heels back into the floor. Find a really strong, stable base between your fingertips and your foot. And then inhale and lift, squaring the hips, drawing the heel back so you've got like a tripod of power between your hands and foot. And then as you exhale, shift yourself forward and tuck. So you're really getting as small as you can. And then you breathe in and lift. Then you breathe out and open through the hip. So if you find the ribs start to turn, try drawing your ribs back towards the mat and let the hip open up. Breathe in, toe toe touches down, breathe out, sink back. Again, knees down, take a little release of your forearms, your wrists if you need to, take a stretch. And then when you feel ready, we come back up to the other side. Drawing the shoulders back, finding your power through your feet and your balance through your hands. Other leg lifts to three-legged dog. Keep squaring the hips. And then as you breathe out, draw the knee right in. And then breathing in, pushing back to the three-legged dog. And as you breathe out, fold the heel over the butt. Keep squaring the chest, find that beautiful opening. Then breathing in, touching the toes. Breathing out, taking a release. So we're going to do that a couple more times each side. And if you want to add a flow into that, you can. I'm going to add the flow in the next round. Don't feel you have to. Breathing in to lift the legs, squaring the hips. And then breathing out to draw knee to nose. And then breathing in, lifting and pushing back again. And as you breathe out, see if you can square through the chest, square through your heels and open. At this point, if you want to flow, you can sweep your foot in between your hands to lunge, or you can come back to child's pose and rest. And then bring yourself to forward fold, dropping the head. Inhale, rolling all the way up to extended mountain pose. Squeeze the butt, maybe a little baby back bend to open up the front of the pelvis. Breathe out, come all the way back down. Breathing in, stepping or jumping your feet back into plank. And then breathing out, lowering to crocodile. Drawing in, draw the ribs forward, really finding the space between the front of your ribs and your hip bones. Breathing out, pushing back to downward dog. And let's do it on the other side. So inhale to lift, squaring the hips, pressing back through the fingertips. Then exhale to sweep forward, really pulling knee into belly, pressing through the fingertips to strengthen the arms. Breathe in, kick back, square the hips, and then you breathe out, fold the heel over the butt, keep rolling the chest down to find that beautiful open. Good, breathing in, you can either step back to downward dog and child's pose, or as you breathe out, bring the foot back between your hands. Feet together to forward fold, take an exhale, drop your head. Inhale, rolling up to extended mountain. Exhaling, unfurling to fold. Breathing in, stepping, jumping, or walking your feet back, whichever feels good for you. Then breathing out, knees or toes if you want to, you choose. Tuck the elbows in, come halfway if you can, pull in the belly. And then breathing in, rolling the ribs forward, pulling the shoulders back. Baby cobra or up dog, pressing through the fingers. Tuck tummy, breathe out, push back to downward dog. Beautiful. Let's do one more time each side. You choose whether you flow. So inhaling to lift. Keep sinking that back heel down so you get the stretch. And then exhaling to come forward. And then as you inhale, keep the foot back, really unfurl the heel to the sky. And then open that hip. Breathing in, full lift, feeling the chest lift. And as you breathe out, surrender completely, let your head and shoulders drop. Inhale, rolling up to extended mountain. Squeeze, maybe take a little baby back bend as you exhale. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, fold yourself all the way down. Inhale, step, jump or walk your feet back to plank depending on where you want to go today. And as you breathe out, take your lower knees, toes or cat-cow. Breathing in, tuck the toes, lift shoulder blades back and away. And then breathe out, move back to your downward dog. Beautiful, let's do the final leg, breathing in, squaring hips. And then breathing out, coming all the way forward. Breathing in, lifting and opening. And then breathing out, opening through the hip. Squaring your shoulders down. Breathe in, foot between the hands. And then breathe out to fold. Inhale to lift to extended mountain. And exhale. Just come to mountain pose and take a rest for a moment. So spread your toes. And then just take a moment to breathe. You can create a little bit of heat. Maybe you rest your hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And just focus on feeling your heart slow. Breathe the heat around your body. And as you breathe in and unearth out, where can you push the heat into your body to help you unfurl even more? Maybe it's a case of using the heat to burn away negative emotions or thoughts. You tend to be quite closed because you don't have much courage in yourself. Maybe you breathe in a little courage, with self-belief. Burn away the self-doubt. Really start to trust yourself. Let's take a couple more breaths. And then release the arms down. Roll the shoulders back and down. Then roll yourself all the way down. Let's do our final sequence, which is really nice and opening. So you're going to step your front leg back into a low lunge. If this feels a lot for you today, drop your knee to the floor. If you feel you want more today, see if you can stay here. Take a big breath in, reach up, tuck the pelvis under, press through the front thigh. See if you can squeeze your thighs together to stabilize your pelvis. Good, take a big breath in. And the opposite arm to the front leg is going to reach back as if you're doing a sun warrior, but you're also going to turn the ribs a little bit. Feel that lovely stretch, bend the back knee a little bit more if you can. And as you breathe out, bring the top arm down over the thigh. See if you can roll the ribs and look to the back fingertip. Good. Circle your arm all the way forward. Square your hips, square your back foot. Bring yourself to forward fold and surrender. Take a big breath in, roll up. Release through the spine, squeeze the butt. Feel the open through the front of your pelvis, front of your armpits. Exhale to fold. Let's take the other leg back. So breathing in, step it back to low lunge. The knee can be a little bent to give you stability. Hands on thigh if you need a little bit of help, and then breathe in, lift yourself up. Tuck the pelvis under, bend the back knee, and as you breathe out, see if you can feel that beautiful stretch up the side. Hand on hip to support, or see if you can just lengthen away. And then breathe in, turn the hand over your thigh. Breathe out, squeeze the thighs and turn from your ribcage. Maybe you can extend your back arm. If you want more, maybe you push the back leg away and feel that stretch. And then circle your arm all the way forward. Turn your hips, and then breathe out to forward fold again. Your head and shoulders surrender, take a little wiggle. Press through the toes, inhale to roll up. Squeeze the butt, find the open, exhale. Keep sending your fingertips out as far as you can. Let's do that again, breathing in to low lunge and then lifting hands to the thighs. See if you can stay stable with your legs, so squeezing the thighs together. Rotate the ribcage. So really unfurling across the midriff. Circle up, over, down. Step your feet together, fold and drop your head. Inhale to roll all the way up. Exhale to fold all the way down. Stepping the back leg back. Lifting the chest, so you're unfurling through the hip. And if you want to take this a little deeper, maybe you envisage a fern or a flower unfurling to the sun. I know we haven't had much of that lately, but we can pretend. And then take a big breath in. Reach up, sink into your front knee a little bit more if you want, bend the back knee if you want. And then hand comes over the thigh, squeeze the thighs together and see if you can keep just turning your ribcage. Maybe you stretch your eyes and look down to your back hand. Good, circle all the way forward. Touch down, bring your feet together. Fold. Let your head and shoulders drop, take a little swing from side to side. Just keep breathing through the back of your legs. We're going to bring it down to the floor shortly, but we'll just do one stretch each side to bring us down that way. So take a breath in, sit your back, tuck your tummy muscles in, come to intense pose. So squeezing the tummy in, drawing the shoulders back and down and away, opening up the shoulders. And then step one leg out. The next in breath into warrior two position. Sweep your arms out. Now if like me your pelvis is just rotated, see if you can draw your hips and ribs in line with your pelvis. Sink the knee down over the second and third toe and push through the outside foot toe of the long leg. Take a big breath in. You turn your palms up and feel that unfurl the front of the body. Beautiful. Hands by if you need. Reach the other arm forward. Turn your back toes. You're back into that deep low lunge. Bring your hands by your foot. This is where it's a little different. Don't even recall from last month. Back knee in, close to your heel. You're coming into soleil stretch, which is the muscle down the back of your calf. Keeping the heel on the floor, just take a little move backwards and forwards and feel that stretch down the back of your calf. You might need to adjust your back leg or your front foot to feel that, but keep the heel on the floor and just see if you can move your knee over your toes. From there, just tuck toes, bring your feet together to fold. Drop your head and shoulders. Let's do it on the other side. So sitting to intense pose. Lifting, tucking in the tummy, moving the shoulders back. And then with your next exhale, step back to a warrior two. So again, take time to squeeze the buttocks together to open the pelvis. To squeeze one side a little bit more if you find the knee drops in. And to push down through the outside of your foot. And then if your shoulders are up here, you can see my back, this is quite a good example. Exhale, roll your shoulders back, down and away. Maybe you turn your palms up and feel the front of your chest unfurl a bit more. Breathe in, reach the arms up, and turn yourself round. So you might have your hands on your thigh and adjust, or you might even be able to just lift and pivot. Bring the hand down, bring the back knee, and land it just behind your heel. And then just take a little shift backwards and forwards into the back of your calf. Notice whether the heel tries to lift on the side, whether you feel a bigger stretch. You might even try moving a little bit side to side and see how it feels down the outside of the calf. bring your hand behind, land your butt to the floor. Bring yourself into wide seated forward fold. So if you need to, take a seat on a cushion and it will lift your hips a little bit higher. So the legs are nice and wide, sitting up nice and tall. Knees slightly bent if you need. See if you can bring the shoulders over the hips and just keep rolling the shoulders back. Let's take a big breath in. Let's take a side bend. So as you breathe out, just gently C-shape yourself over your thigh. Notice the bottom lifts, so whether you can draw the pelvis down and then just lengthen from the back right up to the shoulders. You can go up, down, sideways, but let's really use the breath to find the depth and unfurl. So breathing in, lifting and opening. And as you breathe out, deepen. Breathing in, lifting and opening, unfurling the shoulder. As you breathe out, deepen. If it feels nice, you might even take the top hand, wrap it behind your lower back and roll the shoulder back. Feeling the front body open. If you look down, you get a really lovely stretch down the back of your neck. Soften your jaw again if it's tight. Good. Breathing in, lift up. Let's continue that stretch in that leg. So bring the foot inwards. Your right foot comes into the thigh. Move the buttock back if you want. And then as you inhale and exhale, fold yourself forward. Just listening to where your back feels comfortable, whether you need to bend the knees slightly. Breathe in, crown of head lifts to the sky. As you breathe out, belly button tucks in. Just let yourself fall. You're unfurling backward body. Now if it feels nice and you want to take this a little deeper, maybe take it into a diagonal stretch to unfurl side of body. So hand to the outside of thigh, half or ankle. But be mindful that you're not pulling through the shoulders, just letting the hand rest and slide. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, again breathing in, maybe you lift up a little, and as you breathe out, you ease yourself down, so unfurling around your ribs, around your hips. One more breath. And then reach your top arm up. Lift it as high as you can. Slide up. Bring the hand behind the butt. Press the other toe into the floor. Lift your hips. Option, keep your bum on the floor. And unfurl to where this feels nice for you. You can look up, down, sideways. One more breath, lower back down. Bring your legs back out to wide. We're going to do that all on the other side. Just anchor the sit bones again, crown of head lifts to the sky. Breathing in to lift. And as you breathe out, let go of perceptions of where you expect to be with us today and just go with whatever feels comfortable. Inhaling, pulling in the belly, feeling the spinal column lengthen. As you exhale, unfurl. And again, if you feel like the shoulder and the neck feel very tight, maybe you unfurl, or maybe you unfurl here. Remember, this feels a lot on your back. You could also just rest the elbow to the thigh so you have a little bit more support. Where does your exhale allow you to go? Breath, hand on thigh if you need to help lift it out. Draw the foot in. So left foot, chin this time. Move the hip back if you need. Inhale to lift through the chest. As you exhale, take your forward. Open your shoulders a little more. Drawing your tummy muscles in. opposite hand to thigh, half length. But again, just let the shoulder be relaxed. We're not extending and pulling, we're just breathing and moving into the space you create. Maybe even lift the shoulder up a little bit. As you exhale, slide out. So little bit by little bit, we just ease into the space in the back of your body. Gently creating your space, gently allowing yourself to let go. Time, take that unfurl, and then inhale, circle the arm all the way up, bring the hand back, press the toe into the floor, and again you choose where you take the arm, where you take the head. How do you need to unfurl today? Lots of different options, you just choose. Back down. Bring your feet together and just roll yourself down to the floor. Let's finish in our final unfurling phase. If you want to take a little hip bridge, press into your feet, draw the hips up to the ceiling, with the front of the pelvis, the front of the chest open, and then gently rolling down. Unfurl your breath. Let's give it one more time. Pressing through the toes, coming as high as you feel comfortable. Those that want to, you might even just climb up onto your shoulders and take a couple of breaths there. Breathing expansively into the front of the hips, the ribs, the shoulders, unfurling the front of the body. The arms out, gently rolling yourself back down. You can choose to bring your feet together, drop the knees out to the side, wrap your hands around your head, holding wrists, fingertips or elbows. Just see if you can allow the front of your body to unfurl. 5 really nice big breaths. Front of your body, so the back of the body melts a little closer to the floor. One more breath and gently bring your knees together. Bring yourself into a position where you feel comfortable. So you might bring yourself into Savasana with your feet on the floor, your knees bent, just touch the end. You might lengthen yourself out. And I want you to choose where you bring your arms today. So if you want to unfurl like a starfish, maybe you take your arms at a soft V above your head. Maybe you have your feet closer together, or you take your legs wide and let your toes roll out to the side. I'm going to sit up so I don't fall asleep, but you're just going to stay where you are. And as you breathe in and out, just allow yourself to unfurl, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally. Every in-breath is an opportunity to bring in space, calm, whatever you need to allow yourself to reopen. And every out-breath is an opportunity to let go, to give yourself permission to release tension in your muscles and your joints, to free yourself yourself from negative thoughts and self-doubt, destructive behavior patterns. You can let go of all of those things. And see how you unfurl, like a flower to the sun. Breathing deep in through the nose, throat ribs to belly. Belly, ribs, throat, noticing the physicality of the front of the body opening, the back of the body melting into the breath. Noticing where you can breathe deeper into as you open and unfurl between the ribs. Space between the bottom of your ribs and your hips. You can breathe wider into your ribs and into the back of your body, so feeling the body lift and fall with your breath. Once again, unfurl the muscles around the backs of your eyes, maybe soften your eyelids, eyelids. Be aware of whether your jaw is compacted tense by default. When you unfurl the muscles around your jaw, notice how your neck softens and then your shoulders move away. Let's take 10 really nice big breaths. Feeling your spine unravel. Chest open. Listening to the quietness, the beautiful stillness we get in our head when we surrender to the moment. Just be present with breath. Let's take one more breath and just start to bring a little more energy into the body in the form of breath and movement. And doing moves that are expansive, that explore your new openness. It doesn't have to match, it doesn't have to be symmetrical, it doesn't even have to be yoga, it just needs to be you. Do what you need to, and then gradually bring yourself back up to sitting. Rolling onto your side, maybe giving yourself a hug, maybe. Before we finish this practice, I'd like you to give you the opportunity to take this practice into your life, because yoga isn't just about the hour on the mat, it's about what you do after. It's about how you bring that into your life to make your life better for you. Taking a big breath in, and this week your challenge is to make a promise to yourself that every time you notice you start to tense up, I want you to exhale and then unfurl. So maybe it's letting go of a thought that makes you tense up, maybe it's just letting go of a situation. Bring that promise into your hands, bring it into your head, because you have the skills and knowledge to do that. Bring it into your lips, into your words and actions. To actually do it, allow yourself to unfurl each day rather than waiting till you get to a massive meditation. And then bring your hands to your heart. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to unfurl.